Hi class, this is your lab exercise part 1. So this is your scope and the dates are there for you. The scope is the number of user stories you have to complete during that given sprint. So my number is 42, and if you go down you notice that there has been a scope creep. So these numbers are made up. Feel free to use my numbers or your own numbers. Now in my ideal progress line, I at the beginning of the sprint thought that I'm gonna do 2 story points on day 1, and the rest of it will be 4, and they're gonna add up to 42. This was during the planning phase for the sprint, not knowing that my scope will expand. So this is gonna cover 42 user stories. The actual happening in the team is that we get nothing done and a bunch of other stories done during the days. So these numbers could be very different for you. So you may have a team that's doing more work done on day 2, a little bit more work here, and then you may say that no, I don't have an off day there. We get 4 story points done there. So these numbers are made up. Sometimes you are going to go faster, sometimes you're going to go slower. Let's do a faster one here. I'm going to do a 6 here. So feel free to change this number as you wish. And then we're going to do the cumulative. As you know, cumulative for the ideal scenario, first row is the first row, and then from then on you're going to get what you had up to that point, add what happened during the current day. This is the formula. You're going to drag the formula down. It's going to give you the cumulative. Same thing here. If you remember the cumulative, the first row will be the first row. From there on you get what you had up to that point, add what happened during that day. So this is how I get my cumulative done, and then from there on you can drag the formula. Here, work to be completed, and these 2 columns I'm going to use for burn done. This is burning up. As you see, you get more work done. You get to the total you had at the beginning. This is you're starting with total at the beginning and you're burning down. So for me, this one would be the scope minus the work you got done on that day. So this is for your actual, and the other one is for the ideal. So you get for each row you're going to get the scope minus the work that you have done, the cumulative work that you have done up to that point. And this is the actual scenario, so we're going to do that, and then if we drag it down it should give us the same formula. So this is for burning down on their actual scenario, and this is burning down on their ideal scenario. So I'm going to just get this one minus the cumulative work done here, and the formula will be dragged down. So, and then after you do all these numbers, feel free to use my numbers or your own numbers, you get these charts. So the charts I have this is the burn up chart, as I talked about in my lecture, and you have the ideal scenario, you have the actual scenario, and then you have the scope for burn down. You get the ideal, you get the actual, and you get the scope. So feel free to remove or include the scope as you wish to. So I'm going to teach you how to do one of the charts, and the other one will be very similar. So go ahead, select these 2 columns, insert chart, and you get this one done. That's going to give you your scope. Right click, select data. You're going to add your cumulative burn up. So add, this is going to be my ideal, and this is, I'm gonna select the data under ideal scenario. This is burn up, so I'm gonna add that, and then I'm gonna add another one. It's gonna be my actual. I'm gonna give it a label. I'm gonna pick the actual from here. So here it's my actual actually this one. So you see that I get the same charts. This is your burn up chart. You can add a title here. This is your burn up chart. I'm gonna add legends, so you know which one is which. So you have a scope, ideal, and actual. You're gonna do the same thing for your burn down chart. I'm gonna try to keep my videos short, so for that reason I'm just gonna end this here. I will repeat the steps for the other section, which is your cumulative flow diagram and the example. So see you in another video.